Hey there everyone, welcome to Tales in Text, and I'm your host Nisha Prakash, and this is Bite Size Bharata, where you hear tiny tales from a grand epic. Our story starts as Satyavati guides Shantanu through the forest and takes the king to the fisherfolk's riverside settlement. There, she walks up to an old man with a gentle face and a bearing that shows he's the one in charge. Satyavati stops in front of the old man and shyly says, "Father, someone is here to meet you." The old man, who is sitting and mending the fishing nets, looks up from his work. With a smile on his face, he says, "Daughter Satyavati, are you back for the midday meal?" Then, spotting Shantanu in his royal attire, the fisherman's smile drops from his face, and the man quickly gets to his feet, puzzlement gracing his features. "And who is this daughter, who you have brought to our humble home?" Satyavati looks at Shantanu and her face colors crimson. She says softly, "Father, this is King Shantanu, the king of Hastinapura. He has come to meet you." "Hello, Fisher Chief," says Shantanu. "I am King Shantanu of the famed Kuru lineage. How are you? I hope you and your community have nothing wanting and are living in comfort." Dasharaja responds, "O Rajan, O King, welcome. We are truly honored to have you grace our little village with your royal presence. Would you like something to eat or drink?" Before Shantanu can reply, Dasharaja asks the fisher folk to offer fruit and cooked fish and country liquor to the king. Inviting Shantanu to partake of the meal, Dasharaja serves the king his lunch himself. After having had his fill and very touched by the simple and generous hospitality of the fisher folk, Shantanu smiles at Dasharaja. He says, "O fisher chief, thank you for the meal. If you have time, I would like to discuss a very important matter with you right now. It pertains to your daughter." Concern clouds the fisherman's face. "My daughter? I hope she has not done anything to offend you, O king. Please forgive her if she has. She's but a maiden. She's young." Shantanu laughs, shaking his head. "Oh no," he says. "She has not done anything to offend me. In fact, quite the opposite. She has pleased me so much that I wish to marry her and make her my wife, the queen of Hastinapura. I have come here, O Dasharaja, with the express interest of asking your permission to marry her. Will you bestow this maiden upon me?" Dasharaja is left speechless. This conversation has taken a turn that he never anticipated. He looks at the king and sees the love and desire he has Satyavati written deep in his eyes. He turns and looks at the blushing Satyavati, love for the king visible plainly on her face. He says, "I can see, O king, that my daughter desires you as much as you desire her. And as a father, this is the greatest gift that I could ask for. And it should have been my greatest happiness to have said yes to this marriage had it not been for the circumstances of her birth." Shantanu holds up a hand, stopping the fisherman mid-sentence. He says, "I know all about the circumstances of her birth, fisherman. Your daughter has shown the greatest credit to your upbringing by being honest about everything. My feelings for her have not changed, but only increased. Do not worry on that account." Dasharaja nods thoughtfully. He looks at Shantanu and says, "O king, your acceptance of my daughter shows me how good a man you are, and I hate that I hesitate this much at your proposal. However, my concern for my daughter stems more from the security she may or may not get in the royal household. I question this security. I question her future." "What do you mean?" asks Shantanu, irritated. Do you mean to suggest that as my queen, she will be lacking security, safety, or comfort? Fisherman, I assure you that your daughter will be well looked after, and she will certainly have a better life at the Kuru palace than in any fisher village. Shantanu ends, anger seeping into his words. Oh no, king, replies Dasharaja. I didn't mean to offend you. I am certain Satyavati will have all the riches in the world. Of that, I am completely sure. But I am talking of a different kind of security. One that comes to a queen only when her future position at the royal court is completely secure. I have heard that you have a son from your previous marriage, asks Dasharaja. Confused at the direction of the conversation, Shantanu says, Yes, of course. I, like many kings, have a son from my first queen. But she's no longer here. Your daughter will be my chief queen after we are married. If that is what you are worried about. Dasharaja responds, Chief queen she may be, but not the mother of the future king. Will she, Rajan? Of course not, replies Shantanu. My eldest son Devavrata will ascend the throne after me. But rest assured, he will provide for and care for my wife and any brothers and sisters he may have through his younger mother. He is a good boy. Ah, king, replies Dasharaja, shaking his head sadly. And that assurance is not enough. You see, this is what I do not want. My daughter Satyavati has had a very hard life. All my love and care cannot erase the tragedy of her past. Her birth father, King Uparichara Vasu, by refusing to accept her, has also denied Satyavati a future in royal comfort and security. If my daughter is to be married into a royal household, then I desire that what was lost to her be returned, that her future be truly secure, as it would have been had her birth father accepted her into his royal family. Shantanu replied, What do you mean, Fisherman? Speak clearly. Dasharaja looks into Shantanu's eyes, his gaze unflinching and power in his voice. He says, King, if you want me to bestow my daughter Satyavati upon you, then you must promise me that the son you shall have by her will be the one to inherit your throne and your kingdom. That your son by Satyavati will be the ruler of Hastinapura and all the lands you call as your own. Do you accept my terms, O king? Shantanu is left shocked. These words are ringing in his ears. The wind has been knocked out of his lungs. But, I can't promise that. The throne rightfully belongs to my eldest son Devavrata. What of him? Dasharaja responds, That is not my concern, king. Just as you are worried about your firstborn's future, I am worried about my daughter's future too. If you give me your word, and I know that the Chandravanshi Kurus always keep their word, that your son by Satyavati will be the heir to the throne and not your son Prince Devavrata, only then will I bestow my daughter onto you. Otherwise, forget her and find another for your queen. Shantanu is devastated. He looks at his beloved Satyavati. She too is shocked and speechless, crying silent tears at her father's condition. She looks at Shantanu and looks away in despair. And Shantanu realizes that she will never defy the man who accepted her and loved her all her life. The only thing left now for Shantanu is to decide what is more important, his own happiness or his son's future. Unable and unwilling to squander his devoted and dutiful Devavrata's future, Shantanu tearfully turns away. He says, As much as I love Satyavati, I cannot do what you are asking me, O Fisher Chief. I will take your leave. I apologize for the interruption. Shantanu dejectedly walks back to his horse. Thanks for listening. If you liked what you heard, like my video and subscribe to my channel. I'm Nisha Prakash and this was Bite Size Bharata, where you hear tiny tales from a grand epic. I'll see you next time on Tales in Text.